All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are officially live, and I would like to welcome everybody to Rogues Gallery Live. This is episode number 43, and we are going to talk ad nauseum tonight about DC fandom with a complete recap. Got lots and lots to talk about today, including premieres of the Batman movie, the Gotham Knights game, the Suicide Squad game, Suicide Squad movie. Just lots and lots to talk about today. So anyway, first of all, I just want to say, how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing great. Doing great.
Doing well.
That's wonderful to hear. I hope everybody in the chat is doing well as well. We were just talking before the show. It's hard to believe this is already the end of August. Pretty crazy, but what a great end of the summer with DC fandom. What did you guys think overall of DC fandom?
Well, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I think they kicked all the other online cons' ass, to be honest with you.
Totally. 100% agree, Dan.
Yep.
It really seems like it just truly set the bar very high for anything that follows it. I really have not heard very many complaints at all about the event, but I don't know. Do you guys have a favorite part of that whole show? Like, do you have a favorite? Well, we're going to get to everything, but do you have a favorite thing that really kind of stood out to you about the presentation or how they did things?
I think for me, what stood out the most was just the cohesiveness. Like, everything was so connected. Everything was so fan friendly, and I did not feel in any way, shape, or form like distanced from like, their panels, just kind of like this, how we have the blocks. I felt very like it just felt more personal to me, and overall, like, the Wonder Woman panel was awesome, the Batman panel was awesome. All the panels really were seamless. So for me, it was just that overall thread that was straight through. There was never a hiccup. There was never a technology issue. I think it was fantastic. That for me was really what stood out the most. And then, of course, we can get into the panels.
Sure. Nope. We just lost Jeff there. All right. How about the rest of you? Did you guys have anything that really stood out to you?
It felt like Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con on a Saturday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I
responded to your comment on that, Jeff. Yeah, it really did.
I thought that was really funny that they called it Hall of Heroes, because that did sound like Hall H to me. And it was just great content after great content after great content. And I think they really benefited by having it all pre-recorded. Mm-hmm. There's no way to go wrong if everything's pre-recorded. So I think that might be the wave of the future.
Yeah, I think tacking on to that, I think the what stuck out, especially by comparison with some of the other online cons we've seen, was the production value, right? So a little bit to Rick's point about how tight it was between the production value, how tight the content was, how impactful the content was, right? There was a lot of fan service there. And one of the things that we all kind of, scratched our head a little bit at was the lack of impactful announcements at some of the other online cons. This one, it was like one after another after another. And not only that, it was impactful content that we've all been waiting for, right? Yeah. So it was just, they knocked the ball out of the park as far as I'm concerned. I thought it was great.
And it was free.
And it was free.
It was a big DC commercial.
Yep.
Yeah. But at the same time, they could have easily said, "Hey, we're going to charge $10 for this," or for the whole day, or whatever.
Yeah. Or if you want exclusive content, hey guys, go to the link and pay $20. You know what I mean? No, none of that happened.
Yep, which was awesome.
Yeah, they really knew what to do. They built the hype really good on that.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely hyped up to see.
They should definitely, especially DC and Marvel and the bigger companies, should do this every year for the cons. They should make something that everybody can see at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could definitely learn a lot from these events, going forward. That's for sure. One thing that really stood out to me, and maybe they do this at cons or other things, but I know we're going to get into all the trailers and things, but one thing I really liked was, did you guys see the things where Jim Lee was critiquing artists?
Yes, that was cool.
Yep. I love that. I thought that was brilliant.
Awesome. Yeah, fan art. I mean, who didn't expect that?
No, I mean, and if you guys are watching this and maybe you didn't see it, people submitted their art and that have no professional background.
Yep.
And Jim Lee was there on like a Skype call with them and say, this is awesome. I love this. I'm going to make a suggestion here. This isn't so good.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was so awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was cool. And in addition to that, Chris, and I don't know if anybody else saw it, Jim Lee actually posted that he surprised a lot of fans last year by doing sketches that he put in like people's unsuspecting bags and in hotel rooms in the middle of the night and all kinds of stuff. Like, this is a guy who loves fans.
Oh yeah.
So to for him to not only reveal that, but then turn around and critique a fan and say, "Hey man, you're on the ball. Just a little tweak here, a little tweak there." I think we're going to see a lot of artists in the coming years whose work has been heavily influenced by Jim and will have homages to that to that work.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, that's what stood out for me. Anybody else want to say anything that really stood out to them before we move on to who's in the chat?
Yeah, that Batman trailer stood out for me. I gotta say that.
I showed this to Chris. I wrote 2 pages of notes going through it.
No, did you?
Yeah, and I still could have gone through more. I still could have done more.
Yeah, I really wasn't hyped to really see that movie. And that trailer put that to rest real quick. So I think Pattinson's going to do a good job. From what I
guess, it definitely shut a lot of people up.
Yep, shut me right up.
Yeah,
but I got Twilight on my mouth and listening.
I think in addition to the Batman trailer, the Wonder Woman trailer, for me, I got the sense and the feeling that it was still Diana from the first Wonder Woman movie. Even though Patty is still the director, like I love the continuing thread of her character versus like, hey, she's introduced in the first movie was all nice and bright. Now the second one's going to have like a tinge of darkness and it's going to be a different. No. To me, that trailer was still connected to the first one, and I like that.
And it was fun. It's a fun trailer.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Also, it was nice to see that they're going to do Cheetah correctly, because I got like one glimpse of the actress, whatever her name is, in like a leopard skirt, and I thought, oh crap, is this going to be Cheetah? It's going to be her in the leopard, and then finally we saw the actual character, and it looked pretty good.
Yeah,
I agree. I forgot to introduce you guys right off the bat. So we've got, of course, Rick with us. We've got Jeff from Secret Sanctuary. We got Jeff Morris. We've got Dan Dufault, and of course Mac Main from Mac Collections. Hello, sirs.
Good evening.
What's going on?
Greetings and salutations.
That's right. I do want to apologize
the
for my
sleeper
voice.
was the Suicide Squad.
Oh,
the movie? I was expecting, James Gunn to do something good because James Gunn does, but I think that was the exact right person to do this movie.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it really, I'm really excited to see it, and the little panel that they all did was really enjoyable.
It's a lot of fun, that's for sure. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Jeff.
No.
I was just telling, I apologize for my voice. I have really awful allergies right now, so I'm coughing nonstop. I don't think I have the Rona, but anyway.
Oh, you got that Rona, Chris. You got it.
I know. Anyway, I do apologize for that if I'm coughing the entire show.
Everyone gets a mulligan, so we'll let it pass, Chris.
That's right. I want to give a shout out real quick to the people that are here. We've got Ruben Guzman. This is Cowabunga. Got Chris here in the house. Got Ryan. Sean Breeze Collectibles. Mac Owens. Rick Cruz. Edwin Diaz. Levi's here. Thornton Applebottom.
What's up, Levi?
Got the Spider. Let's see.
Chris has the Rona.
Greg Foltz says that don't lie. He's already yelling at the kids at school to sit down in their chairs.
That's right. I know. We everybody goes back Monday, so it'll be interesting to see how long we last. Orchid Voodoo. I like that. Nice. Anthony is here. Demetrius, hello. Motor 18. Bat in the North guy, I know him. Astronomer's World, Josue. Dylan Hicks. DC Fandom was amazing. I agree. J Doe says, hello, fellas. We got Martin K in the house. George Moss. Matt Collections in the house. I like that.
Who's that guy?
He's a pretty sweet guy. I like him.
Really? Is he new to the group?
Yeah, he's that guy, you know. He's got that really super sexy voice.
Oh, he's that guy. Okay.
Yeah, that guy.
I heard he died.
Oh.
There was a picture. I saw it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with that.
Lady Mac took him out.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for Lady Mac.
Yeah, Lady
He
Mac.
was headed towards the pre-order button, and she like.
Yep. Happens every time.
Well, we've got Dark Ranger here. We've got Museum Post 52. We got Ives in the house. Hey, Ives.
Eric's on. Eric's in the chat.
Okay, good. Gotham Mine. We'll get to him. Alan. We've got Mint Hunter Comics. Hello, Mint Hunter. Critical Mass. I think I said hello to Edwin. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to you. How was your birthday yesterday?
My birthday was so good. I got a Wayne Manor North hydro flask.
That's all right.
Wow, that's cool.
And not to be outdone by Mr. Morris's mask.
Look at that.
Wow. Gallery. That's so awesome.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
That is awesome.
That is cool.
Very awesome. Well, happy birthday. I'm glad you had a good day.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Yeah.
Now, what's crazy, Dan, is you wear that out in public, and someone comes up to you and goes, "Oh man!" and you'd be like, "Whoa, yeah."
Right. Everybody back.
Everybody signing autographs. I love it.
Oh, yeah. All that.
Critical Mass is here. We've got Vincent. Greg Folks is here. Hello, Greg. Let's see. Anthony is here. Eric is here.
I want to give out a shout out to Eric. We know that things have changed for him and the direction he's going to take his collection in. But Eric, there's no need to apologize, dude. You're a fan in the hobby forever, so don't even worry about it, man. We're here for you.
That's what I told him in the group too. It's like he kind of had this kind of farewell. I'm like, you don't have to go anywhere. Just because you're selling your collection doesn't mean you don't have a place here with us. So I hope everybody feels that way.
Yep. You can collect pencils for all we care. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a hobby that you have and you're sharing with us. So we're fine with that.
That's right. Team Mitchell's here. Got Joe R in the house. Hey, Joe. Dylan, Arkham Gaming. Let's see. Eric B is here as well. Hello from my Hall of Justice. I like that. Nice job.
That Aquaman review was awesome.
It was.
Sanctuary, run for his money.
I know. I love Eric's reviews.
It's a beautiful statue.
Really, really is. Really is.
It's a good one.
They just came out with some. I don't know if you guys saw it, and I think someone may have posted it actually in the group. I saw it somewhere, Facebook or Twitter. They had pictures of Jason Momoa trying out the Aquaman armor for the first time. Oh my God. He put the pictures together with him trying it on and the actual statue. Couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Could not tell the difference.
Tucker's Therapy says Sideshow could learn a thing or two from DC Fandom. I think that they will.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll see that level of computer graphics, but I think you'll definitely see some stuff there.
Yeah. Definitely quality, at least. At least they could step the quality up for sure.
Ross Carter says, hi, Chris, team. The family, love the show. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Real quick, somebody said I look like Huey from the Boondocks. I appreciate that. Love that.
That's awesome. Collector's Therapy says, I'd like that they're going to embrace the multiverse when it comes to all their TV movies. Good way to set them apart from the MCU. I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Collector's Therapy also had a review for the channel today. Check out his channel. He did the Flash review today. I apologize for the audio. That's my fault. It was really low for some reason. It wasn't low when I edited it, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, I apologize.
You mean Flash that's now completely waitlisted?
That's the one. No, this was the XM one.
Okay. Got it.
But that one I think sold out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Chris, that multiverse comment, that wasn't lost on, I'm sure most of us anyways too. I felt like that was maybe the most persistent and common thread through the entire day. They were clearly pushing that multiverse concept and the coming together of TV and movie. Which
I think forever they were probably afraid of that because they thought the audience would get lost.
Yeah. Yep.
But I feel like they're to a point now where, fanboys, fangirls, they get it.
Yep.
They're the core audience. General audiences might not, but they don't necessarily need to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Going with the multiverse, it'll afford you're going to have those hardcore fans that know exactly the differences in the multiverses. They're going to say, yep, this Batman's this universe, this Batman's that one, the Flash is here, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to have just the regular fans who are just like, oh, I like Batman, but maybe they may not follow him. And they'll be able to jump in and jump off and jump in and jump off into any of the different versions that come out. And I think that, like you just said, Dan, with that being kind of the common thread, I think it's actually going to benefit them in the long run.
I do. Yeah, agree.
Absolutely. Well, like I said at the beginning of the show, we have a ton to talk about. Let's start with, why don't we start with Gotham Knights? Okay, let's start with Gotham Knights. I have the trailer queued up. Do you think we should watch the trailer or should we just get into it and talk about it?
Turn it on.
I want to see it.
Yeah, we can watch it.
Okay. Let me get rid of all this stuff.
Any of you guys gamers? Besides, I think, Chris, you play a little bit, right?
I do. I play a little Arkham and Telltale, mostly Batman games, but I do play, yes.
Yeah, I played a lot of Arkham. I got a lot of man hours in the Arkham game.
Yeah, now I'm right there with you, Mac. And I play Xbox, and I have all the Arkham games beat them.
Yeah.
Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed right now. But yeah, I'm pretty heavy into playing.
Yeah, man.
I have no idea if this will copyright or not, so we can talk over this trailer because I think most people have seen it, but at least I'll play it here and see what we get.
Rocksteady has one of the best elements engine, like with the rain and the snow and all. Oh man,
yeah.
Well, this is not Rocksteady.
Yeah,
this is WB Montreal.
Okay. Okay. I apologize.
So they of course did the Arkham Origins game.
Yeah.
One thing I'm going to say right here is this is not an Arkham game.
Right.
And we'll get to that here in just a second. But I did think that was very interesting.
No, it's not. Yeah, you're right, Chris. It's not an Arkham game, but it takes place in that world.
I thought I read that it doesn't, and they made an official announcement that it's not in the Arkham.
So then which one takes place in the Arkham universe?
Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut then. I'll just be a watcher.
No.
Right.
But I think because there were a lot of questions about whether the Batman character was going to be dead now.
What do you guys think about these costumes?
I like how they look so far.
Yeah.
Like me, like kind of big in the game. I always like to have the alternate costumes. I like to wear the ones that aren't normal, but
I'm not sure about Robin's costume.
Yeah,
that's the only one, but I thought the longer tail to it, isn't that kind of like a Damian Wayne look where it's a little longer?
Yeah, could be. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
I like the Batgirl.
Yeah, me too.
One thing I felt like is that the graphics look insanely good.
Yeah.
But I feel like the characters themselves are a downgrade from Arkham Knight.
Yes. They're not as polished.
Which is kind of, I mean, like the game itself looks like Arkham, but the characters to me look like they're more cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have. It's funny how the background and the area that it takes place in is very smooth and nice, but the characters kind of have a bit of rough edges in certain parts.
Mm-hmm.
This is a single player game or a co-op game that you cannot play more than two, but you can choose. Like you could have two Batgirls if you wanted to. Your skill level increases as the game progresses. So the person you're playing with might not be as skilled as you are and might not have the abilities that you do if you've been playing longer.
Freeze looks good.
Yeah, Freeze looks cool.
Yeah, they released the gameplay of that with Robin and Batgirl going to fight him, and they start fighting him, and then it kind of cuts off like halfway through the fight, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Then this is the best part. This is the best part. Court of Owls, baby.
There it is.
I think a lot of people are going to get this game just for that. Just for the Court of Owls.
Me.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a running theory that in this game that Bruce is gone. Like Bruce is somewhat considered, Batman is gone. Bruce is considered dead, and it's the Court of Owls that bring him back.
Oh yeah.
And he ends up being like the overall big boss at like the end of the game, and they have to fight him to bring him back.
Well, I've heard similar things to that. Let me stop sharing here. I've heard similar rumors to that is that he kind of fakes his death to infiltrate the Court of Owls. Some people have said that maybe he even is Talon in the game just to kind of train the knights. So I'm sure at some point you'll get to play Batman, don't you guys think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would say
think
for sure.
Batman, I think you'll get to play him as Talon is probably what you'll be able to do.
That'd be pretty awesome. Yeah. So just to clarify again with confusion, so this is not an Arkham game. It does not take place in the Arkham verse. The makers of the game have come out and said that they really wanted to create a beginning of something new. Which to me means, maybe a trilogy, possibly. It'll obviously depend on how it goes, but this is a new verse. It is a whole new storyline. You can tell that from multiple ways because, Robin looks different and the suits look different. Even, Jason Todd, he doesn't have the scar on his face. He's got the white thing, which the white hair, which I guess from the comics, he was from the Lazarus pit, I guess. Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong. But lots of different people have said, okay, well, this is different from Arkham. So, and they've even said it's different from Arkham. So I was under the impression all along that it would be a new Arkham game. I think most people were, and I think that's where the confusion is. And it also looks like an Arkham game, and it's similar gameplay, similar mechanics. And they said that they wanted it to be that way so it was familiar for players. But overall, what do you guys think of the game? I know I'm very excited about the Court of Owls element, but I want to hear you guys' thoughts.
Well, I'm definitely excited to get into it, so I'll definitely pick it up and be playing through that.
I'm not too thrilled about it, to be honest with you. The characters, like I said a few minutes ago, they look a little there's certain aspects of them that look blocky, and maybe the game is still, early. Is still working itself out and polishing. I'm definitely keen on seeing the final product. I was not that big of a fan of the Arkham Origins game, even though I bought it and I played it. Compared to the other Rocksteady games, it felt smaller to me. It didn't feel as enjoyable. That's just my opinion. But I am definitely keen on seeing the finished product, and then I might get it.
Yeah, I would say that they're definitely going to work on the characters. I mean, we're not sure exactly what we're seeing, so I have a feeling that they're going to polish those up a little bit. So maybe you may like it a little bit more, Rick.
Yeah, I might.
Did they tell a release date?
2021.
Now that could be a year from now or longer.
Yeah.
So
I had originally been hearing November of this year. And there would be a pre-order, but I don't think that happened. But I would assume more like early 2021 would be my guess.
Yeah, it'll be PS5 or the new Xbox, whatever console.
Yeah.
I have heard that it'll be available on PS5 and PS4.
Oh, okay.
I'm betting it'll be a spring. I'm almost betting it'll be a spring release. April probably. I'm thinking. We'll see.
I think that too. That they'll probably have a DLC that you'll have Batman control, or they'll bring Batman back too. So they'll probably have another separate story for that too. So you can always look forward to that.
I really feel like the world looks amazing, but the characters I don't feel like fit. Like they just don't match to me. And I don't know. Some people kind of feel like, well, maybe they're more catering now for that Fortnite crowd, that more millennial, younger crowd, and with that kind of graphics. Do you guys see that?
Yeah,
could be. Yeah,
I do. Because if you look at the other Arkham games, if you look at all of them, I believe there were 3 of them, and then you had Arkham Origins. So Rocksteady did 3, and then there was Arkham Origins. If you look at the Rocksteady games, they're very gritty. They have a very urban quality to them, and regardless of what parts of Gotham you go to. Arkham Origins was very small. It didn't quite. I will say the trailers were awesome, but the game itself didn't have that gritty quality. And this one, you have Batgirl with a very bright purple, bright yellow. I would love to have seen more of like a blackish purple, like a worn out purple, and the yellow, more of a gold faded, worn out leather look, which I know they could have done, because look at Red Hood. Red Hood's outfit looks more in accuracy to the environment than the red jacket on Robin and the bright purple and yellow on Batgirl. So I think you're right, Chris. I think there is an aspect of them projecting it towards that Fortnite or maybe the preteen audience.
I do think that there'll be skins. That you'll be able to change the look maybe a little bit. I know there's going to be like accessories and things like that. So it'll be interesting to watch. I am still very excited about it.
Yeah.
Green Mobsta says it was pre-alpha footage, pre-alpha, alpha, pre-beta, beta, then finished product. So looks like there's still some work to be done.
Well, I remember when they showed the first little bits of the new Avengers game. It looked rough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll look good.
It looked a lot better. So
yeah. Is anybody getting that one?
A lot of people have been debating this versus the Avengers game coming out.
Yeah.
Well, the Avengers game is coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, it comes out next month.
All right. Well, let's switch gears then, and we'll talk about the Suicide Squad game. So that is Suicide Squad versus Justice League, and it is part of the Arkham game, but there's some controversy with it because Harley looks different a little bit. Deadshot is a different race now, so it's
and
like
he's Boba Fett.
Huh?
He's Boba Fett with his jetpack.
Yeah, and Harley can swing around like Spider-Man.
Yep.
So it's like they say it's part of the same universe, but I don't really know how that's going to work. But obviously the gameplay is all in Metropolis. What did you guys think of the game look, and what did you think of just the whole game in general?
I didn't see much gameplay. I don't recall seeing any that's been released yet. But Rocksteady is really good in their trailers revealing the play aspects of the game. So, in seeing all the characters move around with their what is it? How they move around? Like Harley's got the grapple gun. Deadshot has this jetpack. Was it Captain Boomerang? I guess I don't know what he uses, but he almost like a Flash quality where he kind of shoots out real quick. I'm really, really keen and curious to see the gameplay on this. I would be more inclined to get this than I would be Gotham Knights in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I like the end of the trailer. That's my favorite part.
It is funny. There's definitely going to be some humor with this one. I do feel like the graphics look phenomenal. Like the characters look amazing. Obviously, this is done by Rocksteady, so this is the ones that did the Arkham Knight trilogy. And obviously this is going to be much brighter. You know, you're in Metropolis now instead of Gotham. So I would assume it's going to be very similar play mechanics, but a little bit more, updated and fun. The characters, this guy is hilarious.
Oh man, I love him in the animated show. That animated Harley Quinn is hysterical. If y'all haven't seen it,
no.
And it
now,
is
King
so
Shark, right?
King Shark,
Yeah.
Yep.
So we get King Shark in this one, and then also the Suicide Squad movie.
Yep. I love the depiction of him in the movie because his head is so huge, like it's massive, and you actually see him grab a guy and he's about to eat him in that trailer. Yeah. Real quick flash of it. So yeah.
So there you see the jetpack, kind of the Boba Fett thing. So obviously they all have kind of like these powers and things. Like there's Harley swinging around on a Spider-Man web.
I bet that might be part of the storyline.
You know, the thing I like,
maybe they're on a mission and they have given them special suits or something.
It could be. Well, we heard from Rick. What about the rest of you guys? What do you think of this one?
Chris, you mentioned the bright nature of the environment. I thought it was kind of real interesting by contrast to have a blue sky, in the show with these characters, or not show, sorry, game with these characters. That's the first thing that I noticed, to be honest, watching the footage. I thought it looked great.
Yeah.
These characters, whether this is pre-beta, beta, or whatnot, clearly further developed.
Mm-hmm.
So from a visual appeal standpoint, I think it looks fantastic. I think this game looks like just a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would watch this movie.
Yeah. So then here we see Superman, and everybody's like, "Wow, it's Superman!" And then he fries this pilot. So why do you think that these guys are going to be bad? Like, why is Justice League going to be bad?
I think it's going to have something to do with the beginning with Brainiac.
Brainiac,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Which is
I
awesome.
think he's going to do something to the Justice League, or they'll be infected or be influenced somehow.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Amanda Waller has tried, or the government has tried to do whatever they could. They failed. Now they got to bring in Task Force X.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to check this one out too. So.
Yeah, for sure. And I think I can't remember if we saw it in there or I read it online somewhere, but they're going to have to go through the entire Justice League. So they are going to reach Batman in some fashion. So I wonder if they're going to go through like maybe the lower level Justice League members, and then like the last three will be the Trinity. So they'll like be Wonder Woman and then Batman, and then they have to fight Superman at the very end or something. But that would be neat.
No, the main bad guy's got to be Batman, right? I mean, he's the best.
Yeah, but well,
of course. I want to thank
second to last. Yeah.
That's right. I want to thank the 120 people watching right now. 121. That's awesome. Thank you guys very much for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. But how crazy is it we get two of these awesome looking games at the same time? Like, what's the odds of that?
I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic, and I think if there was a third game, we'd have the trifecta. I really do. And you know what? I like what Rocksteady might be doing, and again, this is speculation on my part. Please, interwebs, do not run away with this. But they've done 3 Batman. They're now doing a game where the Suicide Squad's going to hunt down the Justice League, and quite possibly Superman will be the ultimate takedown. And I wonder if they're going to segue into a Superman, trilogy game, or maybe even introduce Wonder Woman, or see how Wonder Woman takes off from this game, and then kind of do that. I would really like to see some of those type of games. I'd buy a Wonder Woman game tomorrow if Rocksteady did it.
Wanda Quinn brings up a good point. More to come on September 12th. That's the second part of DC Fandom, so maybe we would have additional announcements. I don't know.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
It's very possible. And the infamous guy agrees with me. Batman is the best. Truer words have never been spoken. So there you go.
But I mean, didn't Batman always have a plan if the Justice League went bad or any of them?
Yep.
They would have been taken care of by the time they got to the Suicide Squad to call them in.
Yeah.
Emperor says they were making a Superman game, but it was canceled. Yes, I've heard that as well.
Yep.
So it's interesting, I think. So with the games talked about, let's move on to the Batman. The movie The Batman. How many times have you guys watched the trailer?
Like 30.
No comment.
Many.
But yes, a lot. Oh man, I've watched it so many times.
A lot of people before the trailer, they were trashing Robert Pattinson. He's the vampire guy. He's the sparkly guy. And I get that critique. There's been, I think, 7 or 8 really good movies that he's been in. And I admit I have not seen very many of them. But everybody always says he's such a great actor. And so I felt confident in that with the fact that I think he would do well, or else I don't think he'd be cast. I don't think he would have been cast in that movie if he wasn't decent. Yep. But I was very pumped whenever I first heard about the idea that it was going to be a detective story, a noir, kind of gritty, solving a murder, solving crime type film, which has never really been done before. I mean, they always kind of hint at it, but this trailer, I am beyond excited about how dark it is. I know Dan and I have talked a lot about, we really like that dark Batman story. And this, I feel like, is going to be that story in the beginning of a trilogy, obviously. But tell me your thoughts. What did you guys like about this trailer? And I do want to, there's some Easter eggs in there I wanted to hear your thoughts on too. But what did you guys think overall of the trailer?
I took 2 pages of notes, guys. So you go first. I'll go last.
I like the fact that they kind of gave it. They gave us the Batman within the first first like 30 seconds. We got to see him. And so
I think they needed that.
Yeah, I think what it said to me was, he's a big piece of the story, but it's not just about him getting the suit or getting to the point where he's wearing the suit. This is much bigger than that, right? I really think that, having the shots of the Batcave, having the shots of the Batmobile, having the shots of Catwoman's suit in progress, clearly, seeing Riddler, although not in his question mark, costume, they clearly were communicating that these are early days. And I know they kept saying it's year 2 and everything. So we get it. But, visually they set that up, and I just think it looks phenomenal. I don't think I could have, written it any better. It just looks perfect to me.
Yeah.
How about you, Jeff Delaney? What do you think?
Someone on Facebook called it the sequel to 7 that no one asked for, which I don't agree with, because I think 7's a great movie, but I think it did illustrate the tone of this movie and how dark it is, and I think that's a good way to go. I found the trailer intriguing. It's I didn't know what to expect. I went in fairly blind, and I can't wait to see it. We have over a year to wait, I think, but they got my $12.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jeff Moore?
I'm like Jeff. I was not quite sure how it was going to go, but we'd all heard that it was going to be a dark detective story, and I think, considering that the director said they had only shot 25% of the movie, they were able to do quite a bit with a teaser trailer, because that was a really good teaser trailer.
Great.
I think the suit looked good. I thought he looked good. I didn't think that he looked, everybody, he's too small. The suit looks stupid. This looks stupid. But like the director said beforehand, it's the second year of him actually being the taking on the role as a vigilante. So all of this stuff is new. You're not going to see that slick Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, Batmobile, Batsuit, all of the gadgets. So it's still kind of a finding your way thing. And I think we may see more of a flawed version of Batman. And this may build the character if he's not able, if some big something happens that will really shape his character going forward. I think they could really tell a good story with this.
Absolutely. And you brought up the great fact about 25%. Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That, I mean, they were able to come up with that kind of trailer with only 25% film. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Dan Blaster 82 brings up Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
I missed it. I absolutely missed it. I think a lot of people did.
I did not know who he was.
I never saw that.
He is the Penguin, and he doesn't look anything like Colin Farrell, which is weird because there was like spy photos of him, and he had this white hair, and he was real skinny, and he had the king or the umbrella, and so I was thinking, okay, so this is kind of like the Gotham Penguin, the Gotham series Penguin, but clearly that was either to trick people or whatever. But he looked incredible. What do you guys think?
I didn't even know it was him. Seriously,
it was 2 days after.
Same here.
I saw it, and somebody posted that it was Colin Farrell, and I'm like, I would have never known, but it makes sense.
Not in a million years. Not in a million years.
He's a great actor too.
Yeah.
And I've loved the look of Zoe Kravitz from what we got to see.
And like Dan said, that's very early on Catwoman. She'll have the full suit by the end of the movie, but I love that, and I love the fact that it's year 2. I love that we don't have to have an origin. I think there'll still be flashbacks like every Batman movie has, but I love that the audience is smart. We don't have to
we don't need that anymore.
Yeah, we don't need that. We get it every single film. Like, we get it. We know. Oh, his parents go down the alley. Oh, there's little pearls flying through the air. Same imagery every single time.
Yeah.
Which, if you're living under a rock and you don't know the Batman story and you're going to a Batman movie, sorry. And this film clearly is not for little kids either.
Mm-hmm.
No, it has a very dark tone, almost rated R. Just looking at the environment and looking how brutal the tactics that Batman looks like he's going to be using. I was watching it and I got the overall sense that this was like this character, this Batman portrayal could easily be, the precursor to Ben's Batman character.
Yeah.
This is when he was younger and he was leaner, and just over time, he bulked up. So this would be like, the Batman in the comic books. Pattinson would be the Batman in the comic books, and then Ben Affleck's Batman would be the Dark Knight Returns.
I do want to make something very clear, though. They have said that this is a completely different universe from that.
Yep.
Even though it could be the case, they wanted to make sure that this is like Earth 2.
Yeah.
So that makes me wonder too if some things might be a little bit wonky from what we're used to, the way we know characters.
Well, look at Lieutenant Gordon. He's an African American. He's always been portrayed, as a white guy. But now, Jim Gordon's going to be an African American. So that's a huge change. I
love that guy. He's a great actor.
He is a phenomenal actor. Phenomenal.
I met him once. The nicest guy. Just the absolute, and I met him this was completely on the street kind of thing, and just the most nicest, gracious guy. And I didn't want to impose on his time, but he was very understanding. And you look at the change in that character, Jim Gordon's portrayal, and look at Zoe Kravitz. This is going to be the second African American or second woman of color playing Catwoman.
Third.
Oh, it's the third.
You have Eartha Kitt also.
Yes. Well, I know. I was counting Eartha Kitt.
And then Halle Berry.
Oh, well, I don't count.
She still counted. I mean, not a great movie, but she still counted.
I understand, yes. You know what? That's an asterisk. We'll put an asterisk next to Halle Berry. But yes, it is the third. But in terms of what the fans are probably going to enjoy, I will say is the second. But yes, you're absolutely right. This will be the third. And so I think you're right, Chris. I think there's going to be aspects of this movie that fans of previous Batmans are going to be like blown away 100%.
I understand like the some people, they just want like the vision of it is in the comic book. They want that on screen as well. But to me, we're to a point now in our world where it's like, okay, if this actor is going to do a good job, doesn't matter what color their skin is, in my opinion. It's like, let everybody have these chances to portray these characters. And I really like that. And I was kind of thrown, I think a lot of people might've been thrown aback a little bit, with some of the casting choices, but then you see it on film. It's like, okay, I get it. Like, it's more realistic. It's, I loved everything about that. I love the feel of it. How about you, Mac? What did you think of the trailer overall?
I thought the trailer was really interesting and I enjoyed it. Like I said, going into it, I was kind of on the fence about it. By the end of the trailer, that was not the case anymore. I think I may have to go watch all the Twilight movies to get ready for the new version of Patterson.
I got a list of ones that you should watch instead.
Just watch the last one where they have the knockdown brawl fight in the field. That's all you need to see.
That's all you need to see. Okay, I'll have to go check that out. But no, I like how it has a dark, kind of gritty look to it, and I think that it's gonna. For me, I'm really interested to see what's gonna, how it's going to play out. I like that. It's introducing different characters or people playing the characters as well. So, but yeah, I'm excited to check it out for sure.
The director did say that he was very much influenced by those 70s crime dramas.
Yeah.
And which you definitely get that feel. Some people have said Seven, the sequel to Seven.
Yeah.
Which is great. I mean, those mystery movies, those crime solving, it's kind of like the Joker movie.
Yeah.
It's like it's this movie that just happens to have maybe a Joker-like character in it. I feel like this is the same way. It's like this. It's just this crime movie that just happens to be Batman in it. It's like I feel like that kind of goes along with that. But with that said, T. Mitchell, I had that up here on just a second ago. It says the Batmobile looked realistic, like it could be made in your own garage, and that's the whole point. Is some people said, "Oh, I don't really like Robert Pattinson's suit. It's handmade. It's homemade.
And that's prototype. That first
homemade. It's here too. Which I loved." What do you guys think of look at the Batmobile on the suit?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think it looks great. I mean, there really wasn't an aspect. I kind of expected not to like the suit, but I found myself really think it fit. It fit the aesthetic of at least what we've seen so far.
And everything that I've heard is just that's suit number one. Like that, it's going to progress.
Which makes perfect sense.
Trilogy at the end of the film.
It actually gets destroyed. Something happens to his suit where it gets destroyed in the movie, and he has a second one. And that second one is the next progression to becoming the overall bat suit that we all like we all enjoy. So yeah, something definitely happens to where that one that we see it gets damaged.
I just lost my train of thought.
Sorry, Chris.
That's all right. I'll come back to it.
I think we'll see a whole new suit for a couple, and I think we'll see a new Batmobile.
So do you guys think that we'll see a really like silver shiny Batman suit with nipples?
That's gonna be
fingers are crossed. I'm really hoping we have that
gonna be in the Halle Berry Catwoman sequel.
In that moment that Chris stood out within the group as the odd man.
Yeah, without a doubt. I want to give a shout out to Very Gary Comics. Nice to see you here. We're going to do an interview with him next week, so I'm really excited about that. Pick his brain a little bit, so stay tuned.
He knows a lot about comics. I love that guy.
Yeah, check out his channel, Very Gary Comics on YouTube. Great comic book CGC guy, so check out his channel. I want to pick his brain because there's a lot that I need to learn from him. So stay tuned to the channel for that. And he says hit that thumbs up, so thank you very much. So let's go back and talk about some of the Easter eggs. So the Riddler, or at least we believe he's the Riddler. He's got this mask on his face, kind of duct tape looking. A lot of people have said, hey, that kind of looks like Hush. Of course, in the animated Hush, Riddler is Hush, which is different from the comic book. Do you think that there's any sort of Hush thing that might be happening? Did you guys think about that at all?
I didn't, because early on, and even Matt Reeves have said that he's taking inspiration from the Long Halloween story than any other Batman story that's been out there. He's not doing an adaptation of the Long Halloween. It's just he's taking a greater inspiration from that with a bit of Chinatown, the Jack Nicholson movie Chinatown, also David Fincher's Zodiac. So he's like, look, I'm putting some of those aspects in the blender and putting it all together. There was even a hint of the Calendar Man in the trailer. That some people are saying that the Calendar Man could be introduced as a Hannibal Lecter type character that Batman hadn't dealt with yet, but he has to go to him to find out some more information. So there definitely is, there definitely is some of that going to be happening for sure.
What about the rest of you guys? What do you think?
Yeah, I'd be surprised. I almost looked at it as more a nod to Hush than hey, we're going to include any aspects of the Hush story.
Well, I think it would be way too early if it's only year 2.
Right.
Because I don't know that there's anybody that would have that kind of history that could make that big of an impact.
Right.
So this brings up a good point. I want to get back to Long Halloween in just a second. But Lucas says there's some rumors about the Court of Owls being involved in the movie too. I think that there's a lot of validity to this for a couple of reasons. Number one, Riddler gives Batman a card, and on the front of it's an owl. And inside, of course, it's got the clue. So that could be a nod to Court of Owls, or it might just be coincidence. But obviously the Court of Owls have been around for generations and generations. So it's very possible that the Court of Owls could be involved. There's also a little snippet. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there's the scene wherever he's grappling up through that building. Did you guys see that part?
Oh, the spiral.
Yeah.
Somebody did a screenshot of that, and there's people running up the circular deal, and one of the guys has a white mask that looks like an owl mask.
Oh.
Well, if you read the story, the only times they ever wore those masks when they were in their underground meetings. They never wore it out in public. They never wore it out in the open.
Sure.
So it is possible that could be a party at a gathering of some kind or whatever, or the screen grab at the rate that it was taken could kind of give the impression that the person is wearing a mask when in actuality it's lighting at that frame.
Well, it is a mask. You could see like the strap. It's a very clear shot, but it still could be not in public. Like it could have been in like their building or where he's infiltrated or something like that. But anyway, I just thought that the theory of them being involved somehow would be interesting. And maybe a swerve that we didn't see coming. But I love the Court of Owls, so I think that anything that might even just be like an Easter egg would be really cool, and I think that'd be really smart to include them.
I think it's going to be a running thread. If it's going to be
what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a running thread, and then
set up.
What will happen is the third movie will be a full-on Court of Owls. If you listen to the dialogue that the Riddler says in the first one, he really talks about how deep and long this corruption is, and I think it's going to call in even Matt Reeves. He said it's going to put Bruce in a situation where he's going to have to question his parents or his family's involvement with this corruption. So I think that they're going to sprinkle Court of Owls throughout this movie or make references to aspects of it. And I think that would be really cool. You have these 3 movies that actually build up to like the whole way is Court of Owls in the third one. And you're going to be like, wow, you put them all 3 together and they're just like one giant masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what's going to happen with Court of Owls.
Levi says, so Riddler actually looks like an egg. I'm sorry, but it's true. The rest look okay. Catwoman, I don't know why she's wearing a sock with holes in it. So you have to keep in mind, again, that these are, the first time that we're coming into contact with these characters. They're early on in their careers. So Catwoman doesn't have her full costume yet. And the same with Batman, same with Penguin. We're not there yet. So that's why maybe some of the costumes don't look all that great. I think that we'll see.
They're going to look like what you think they should look like or look like the comic book versions. They're going to be pretty gritty, realistic takes on them. It's going to have to be something practical. She's not going to look like a latex dipped Victoria's Secret model with ears or a backup dancer for Ariana Grande.
Yeah, you're not going to look like Anne Hathaway in the Nolan movie where it's like literally poured latex or spandex on her, but yet she's got all this gear and stuff like that, but yet she lives in the rougher part of Gotham. So how is it that you have this awesome outfit, but you can't afford to live in a nicer place? So yeah, I think she's gonna be the urban-ish aspect of the character and representation in the movie for sure.
I think as it goes on, she'll probably get more slick. The suit will become more, the more she acquires money.
Sure.
The more she steals and more sells.
If she gets involved with Bruce Wayne, she may steal some technology.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I think she'll be a great character in the film.
Yeah.
And it's, Lucas says the owl's pulling the strings and manipulating the rogues gallery. That'd be pretty amazing. Yep. Levi says, Mac, what do you think of the Riddler? What do you think of what you've seen so far with Duct Tape Boy?
I was typing the response into him, but I thought, I guess from what he looked like, I think he looked okay, but Riddler's never really been one of my favorite rogues gallery characters. And I think Jim Carrey ruined that for me too, a little bit, but I think he looked okay.
I think Paul Dano's going to change your mind.
I hope so.
I think what they're going to do with the Riddler with this is they're going to turn him into. I think they're going to make the Riddler a serial killer. I can't remember the movie, but it's kind of like you have this guy who's trying to point out the evil in the world, but yet he's killing people. It's like that doesn't make you good, by killing people just to point out the evil in the world. And I think
that's like Seven,
huh?
Like Seven,
yeah.
In Seven, it's like that.
In Seven, he does, but he's not doing it in a way where he thinks he's good. Whereas I think this Riddler representation, he's going to think he's a good person in revealing the evil in the world. So he's going to justify by saying, well, I'm killing bad people. No, you are killing people. It has nothing to do with good or bad, So I think we're going to see one heck of a weird representation of the Riddler trying to justify him killing by doing what he's doing.
Mm.
I've only seen him in one film. It was that Tom Cruise movie. I can't remember which one that was, where he has to save him.
Night and Day.
Yeah, Night and Day.
Night and Day. Yeah, no. What you need to see is Prisoners with Hugh Jackman. You need to see him in that movie. That will blow you away.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it is a bit. It is. Don't watch it with the kids because it has to do with children. The guy's a predator. He's a child predator. But the acting in it is phenomenal, and he is just amazing in it.
I'll check it out. Dan Blaster 82 says we are getting a GCPD TV show spinoff from this film too, which is awesome. And that's supposedly supposed to be year one.
Correct. We're going to see the development of the relationship between Batman. We're actually going to see more of the corruption within the police department and throughout the city. More as with Batman will be in the background. Right.
Arkham Gaming says, what are your thoughts that Walter, I'm not sure how to say, Hamada just confirmed that Joker does not exist. Joker does not exist yet. That's the key word there, folks. You think they're going to not do Joker in a trilogy? Come on.
Yeah, my thoughts are, and just like the Court of Owls, I would love to see the first two movies kind of sprinkle the Joker, almost like how the shark was in Jaws. You never ever saw the shark until the very end, and that's what I would love to see the Joker. The Joker gets introduced at the very end of the second one and comes in on the third one, and it's a whole third one with the Court of Owls and the Joker.
Jeebus says, do you guys think that the Batman will be cool with the GCPD or they'll want to hunt him down? We saw that from the trailer that obviously Batman's involved. I mean, he's already comfortable enough that Gordon's letting him in. But obviously there's a big skirmish in that jail cell or whatever. What do you guys think the relationship will be like with a corrupt GCPD?
I have a lot, guys. I don't mean to be stepping on toes. I can totally address that.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Well, Before Rick dives in, I know he's got a thesis there in front of him, but
I got to get going here in a few minutes. I got to work tonight, so
I'm with you. I'm in the same boat. Anyways, but no, I can imagine that if you think, one of the aspects of this film is it's meant to be what if Batman, because we know that it's supposed to take place in our world, right? So if Batman actually existed in one of our major cities, what would it be like, right? You have to imagine that a vigilante that's well-funded with all the tools and tech, even though it's early days, probably not going to be loved by the police department as he's tromping all over their business, right?
Yep.
So to me, it only makes sense that he wouldn't get along with the cops until he has, his champion within the department,
or champions if he saved other officers.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, my thinking is he's in his second year, and the trailer starts off with Batman's vision of walking into the crime scene with FBI and GCPD. So right there, not only is there some sort of existing relationship, but it's a very tenuous one. So what is it that Batman has over law enforcement? Because if you have all those officers and FBI agents, they could just easily just take them down.
Sure.
So there's got to be something in place that they're not touching him for some reason.
Uh-huh.
And that I'm curious to find out what that is. And two, they're allowing him on a crime scene, just like Dan just said. This is vigilante. If this is in the modern world or real world, what vigilante is going to have access to a crime scene by the police, regardless of the champions that defend him or say good about him? So I think that there's something there that, granted, the trailer is all we have, but there's something there that there's either leverage of some kind or a relationship is very tenuous, because you could see in that other part where Batman wants to fight that one cop, and Jordan splits them up, but you don't see the other cops just swarm Batman. So there's something there that is not making the GCPD and the FBI, the federal government, go after Batman.
I have a theory about that. And there were a couple things that I thought maybe the movie shows different times.
Yeah.
Maybe he's been Batman for a while, because the suit looked a little more advanced than what I kind of thought it would when he walked in there. So I wondered if it's a little bit farther down the road, and the bulk of the story is going to connect back to something that happened in the second year, which would explain why you had little bits of Colin Farrell showing up looking older.
That could be.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I can totally see that, and with more footage that comes out, and once we see the movie. But for me, the way I see it, the whole movie is going to be linear in that it's going to take place in that amount of time. Now you might be right. There might be with the hints of Calendar Man. Yeah, I might say
an opening and an ending.
Right.
Where you see a little bit more, because they showed him definitely just with dark makeup on his eyes and a scarf on. Mm-hmm. So clearly he didn't have the bat suit. So we're going to see
he's doing some
the suit or something.
Yep.
I think that'll be the beginning of him starting.
Yep.
Yeah, and they did say in that interview prior to the trailer that there would be some flashbacks and some kind of, he's fully established in year 2, but we would see some glimpses of him starting out. So I think that's awesome. All very good, valid points. I do want to give a shout out real quick to Fast Reviews in the house. He liked the gritty look of the trailer. And I really wanted to get back to this before we moved on. And I do want to say 160 people in here. I know I've seen 164. If we get to 200 guys, you know what that means. Statue giveaway.
Yep. It's a
Rick, call up your family. It's time to get us up to 200 here. One thing I wanted to bring up real quick that we kind of alluded to earlier that didn't get a lot of press was the fact that they're going to do the Long Halloween as a animated feature. What did you guys think about that announcement?
Awesome. I think that's really cool.
Good news.
Stick to the story.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't hush it up.
Oh my God, please, yes.
I'm so worried that that's what they're going to do.
You have good material. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
100%.
And when do you think they'll get around to upping the animation game? And I know I've got a fellow believer in this piece with Chris. Can they please up the animation game?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
They must get it like really super cheap.
It has to be. Yeah.
Because I don't know. I look at like I know most people hate it, but the Batman Ninja, the animation was amazing. Like it was exactly what I would love to see them achieve somehow. With a story like Hush or Long Halloween, those stories are so classic that they deserve better art.
Yep, agree.
Because when you have, Tim Sale, not everybody loves that kind of illustration style. I get it, but you have Jim Lee, and then you put out what they put out for. Come on.
Yeah,
it's just disappointing. But I don't know. I'm really excited about it, and I really hope that it stays true to the source material because it is my favorite Batman story. But anyway, I'm very hopeful. Oh, look at that, 172 now. So people are listening. I like that. That's awesome. People called up their friends. That's awesome.
Right.
Movie Madness Entertainment says, "Hey, cool channel just randomly popped up on autoplay. Just subbed. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome to Rogues Gallery Live, and welcome to the Brotherhood of the Bat." Let's talk about one more thing real quick before we move on to photos. I know some of you guys have to leave. The last thing was the Justice League trailer. I think it looked amazing. Of course, we had some reveals of things we hadn't seen before, but a lot of people said, it's just new footage of the same movie we've already seen. And a lot of it will be the same, but a lot of it will be very different in how the story is told. But what did you guys think of the trailer and how that was presented?
I liked the trailer. My only issue was the Hallelujah song. That was played out in Watchmen, and they should have either done a different song or they should have had more audio to it just to get a more visceral feel of those scenes. So for me, I just did not like. I liked the song, but it just didn't fit. It didn't fit the trailer, and I also liked the fact that Zach had filmed scenes and they were intact. That Josh Whedon came in and changed, and I didn't care for those changes. And I really I preferred seeing. And I'm looking forward to the fuller scenes once the movie comes of what took place that Zach filmed, because I am excited to see those scenes put back in place.
They did say it wasn't. I think they said 5 1-hour movies. Is that correct?
Episodes 4 1-hour episodes.
Four. Okay, so 4. So that makes it a 4-hour film, guys.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
How long was Justice League?
2 hours on the
2 hours?
Yeah.
Right under 2 hours.
So that right there says it's not the same old footage, folks.
No.
Yeah.
It's going to be a completely different movie, actually.
And have they said at all if it'll be? Is this going to be available to? It will be available all at once. As in, could we binge it if we want to?
I'm hoping not. I kind of like that.
Not.
I kind of hope
they'll do it like the Mandalorian.
Yeah, exactly. I think it kind of builds that anticipation. It makes you excited. Although I do like to binge as well, but I do kind of like whenever they release one at a time. I think that's kind of fun. What would you guys prefer?
Spread it out.
I would prefer one at a time, and then after all of them are out, have the option to watch it straight through.
Yeah, I agree with that. What about you, Dan? What would you prefer?
I'd want it all at once. I'd want to take a Sunday afternoon and chill out and watch the whole thing.
That could be 4 Sunday afternoons, though.
But they're only an hour, and it's 4. So Mandalorian, you're talking 10, 12 episodes.
Yeah, but those are like 20, 30 minutes, and they go like
all under half an hour. But
Yeah.
That created what? How many episodes? 8, 9?
It was like, I think 8 or 9 episodes. I think you're right, Jeff. It was like 8.
They had two months of buzz on social media.
Yeah,
of The
true.
Mandalorian, which blew that crap up everywhere.
Yep.
It was 2 months of Mandalorian everywhere you look.
Yeah. Good
Free
point.
advertising.
Good point.
An hour is a significant amount of time. I mean, when you think about how much story got put into each episode of Watchmen on HBO, I think it'll work. And you always have the option of waiting, I guess, but you want to watch it all in one.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty much impossible for all of us, I think, to wait.
Yeah.
So what are you more excited about? I'm going to go around. We'll go Rick and then Jeff and then Mac and then Dan and then other Jeff 1.1. What is your favorite? What are you most excited about? The Snyder Cut or the Batman film?
I am more excited for the Batman film. You know, Justice League. You know, I already have a sense of it because it's come out and I've seen some of it. And with Josh's, you know, involvement with the Batman, that's what I'm more excited to see because to me, just that trailer alone gave the atmosphere of David Fincher's Zodiac, which I love that movie. It's just a gorgeous, brilliant movie. Sprinkled in with bits and pieces of Seven in there, and
which is also a David Fincher film, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah, that was what it reminded me of. Plus, the director even said with Chinatown, The French Connection, it had that very kind of 70s
grittiness feel to it.
Al Pacino kind of movie, Serpico.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some guts and blood.
With that. So this is how I would describe it. Have you guys ever had a Florentine cut?
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
All right, so a Florentine cut is a cut of steak, and I kid you not, it's freaking massive. It is actually a delicacy in Florence, Italy, and it basically will feed 4 people. This thing is huge. It's like 30. Look it up. Google the size of it. I think it's like 32 ounces or 40 ounces. The thing is massive. That is how I look at the Batman movie right now with this trailer. It is a Florentine cut with like predominantly the Zodiac, with seasoning of Seven and Chinatown and some other maybe even the Maltese Falcon ingredients sprinkled on there, because the impression I got immediately from that trailer was 100% detective and 100% noir environment. And I think Pattinson is the right actor to portray the PTSD effects of seeing his parents killed, in front of him. And I think that's an aspect that has never been portrayed on screen. We've never seen what, having people killed in front of you does to you at such a young age. And then you're grown up, you're still dealing with that stuff. And that's an aspect that we as fans have never seen Batman or even Bruce Wayne.
I gotta say real quick, Rick, I just looked up that Florentine cut and that was a mistake, man. I shouldn't have done that. I am a steak lover, like you wouldn't believe, and that thing looks insane. So
I've had it twice. I had it once in Florence. We went a couple years ago, and we walked into this like literally a hole in the wall alley restaurant that was awesome, and it was the bomb. And then I think we had it here. I think the closest place here in the DMV is in Maryland somewhere.
Yeah,
man, it's the bomb, dude.
Sounds really good.
It's awesome.
Sounds good. Just wheelchair me out of the place after I'm done. I'll be all right.
Is that one of those that if you eat the whole thing, you get it free?
There you go.
So,
I do want to say real quick, 187 people right now in the chat. We are so close to 200. Remember, if we get to 200, we're giving away a statue. I also want to say that this episode is being brought to you by Ricola. Had 7 of these.
The Bat Rona.
There you go. The Bat Rona. I love it.
That's awesome. But look, guys, there's plenty more, and hopefully we can talk about this again in the next episode. But I gotta go. I pushed it a little bit. I've got to leave here now and head into work. But thank you guys as always. To the members and those watching, love you. You guys are doing great. This group and this show would not be awesome as it is without you. and just make sure that you guys take care of yourselves and you respect one another. So, see you guys.
Take care, Rick.
See you, Rick.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Dan, you got to go pretty soon. Do you have a little bit more time, or do you need to go?
I am rolling out. I've got about 10 more minutes.
Okay, let's get to some photos real quick. We're at 190 right now. 190. So whenever I'm doing screen share, I cannot see the screen other than mine. So let me know if we get to 200, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Good.
Can you guys see that number on top of yours?
Yep. I can see it. We're at 190.
190.
Okay, let's go to photos real quick. Let me get rid of all this stuff there. Okay. All right. Rogues Gallery. Here we go. So the Batman Shugo and Joker went up this week. Do we have any pre-orders from the gallery?
I'm contemplating this one, but I still haven't pulled the trigger yet on it. If I was going to do it, I'd go and do the double deal and get them both. But I'm still watching. It hasn't been in the cart yet.
I feel like my favorite is by far the Batman. After really looking at like Jim's videos, and I know like Dan, initially you were really excited about the Joker. Kind of where are you at right now between these two?
The teaser pics, Chris, as they kind of came a little at a time there leading up to the reveals. I was kind of all about Joker, to be honest with you. I mean, I've got the OG Batman. I love that piece still. I loved all the teasers of the Joker, but interestingly, it was the full reveal that kind of gave me pause. I like the face on the licking the blade portrait, but I think the big hair to me is, I think it's overkill. I don't care for it.
Yep. Yeah. I think if it had been in the little knot in the back, would have been better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Focus.
Yep. And I think it's just a distraction. And this one, and Chris, I did hear your comments about preferring this one. I probably would prefer this one over the other, but I don't love the pose of this. I don't get it. I don't understand what he's doing. He looks like, I don't know what he's doing. I don't like this just standing there kind of pose. He doesn't look imposing. He doesn't, to me, again, all my opinion, guys, I mean, the quality of the statue looks off the charts. Expect from XM, but the pose doesn't do anything for me in this, that the portraits don't. But Batman, on the other hand, just to finish up the thought on what I think of the pair, I didn't expect to like Batman as much as I do. I think he looks awesome. I'm probably over-biased because of the bat signal. I just think that's incredible, and I seriously want to buy one just separately just for that. But I love the Batman piece, so that's kind of where I'm at. So what it all boils down to, if they put the bat signal up for sale for probably, I think I'd pay as much as $400 or $500 for that thing.
Wow. I think I would. I would too.
If they did, but not that I think they will. But so I don't think I'm in on either one.
But like for collectors like you that already have the original, that would be a neat thing to have beside it.
Oh, it'd be awesome. Are you kidding? In a minute.
It would.
Yep.
I think that would be a great opportunity for them to sell it separately. I would buy one for sure. No doubt a doubt.
I was surprised in watching Jem's review how big that looks. And I was really trying to get a sense, was it just the way that Jem's, shot is set in his, in his studio? It looked much bigger than I thought. It looks small in these pictures.
It does. I agree.
Yeah, like it's, a foot tall.
But
Joker looked a lot bigger than Batman.
A lot, yeah.
A lot.
That was surprising too, I thought.
Yeah. I was all in on Batman when they first revealed it. In fact, I messaged Todd and said, I want that immediately. But I was disappointed with the portraits. Not that they're not very well done. They just don't appeal to me. I do have the original. I do love the base on this one, but I have not pre-ordered. And I probably won't. It nags at me, but I'm very bothered by the price.
Yeah.
I think $100 Singapore dollars less than Shogun was. Does that make any sense?
Right.
Doesn't to me.
shipping is a big problem. Also, you know, $500 or $600. I know you can get it more regionally cheaper, but still, it's a lot. I was just really surprised by the price point.
Yeah.
But anyway, congratulations to anybody ordering this. It sounds like a lot of collectors are still kind of up in the air a little bit, especially with our group here. This was another one from XM that we got some more photos of, and this one I like way better than I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Agree. Me too.
This, of course, is Neil Adams' art, 1972 Batman.
The full-on side view, I think, is the really cool pose.
You know, one thing that we see on this one too, on the base, I don't know if you guys have picked up on this as well. Actually, Chris, you mentioned it in your review. You used the word patina, which I thought was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They're really doing a great job capturing the metal, the patina of whether it's copper in there that's turning green or blue bronze or whatever. They're doing a phenomenal job with these bases.
Yeah, that aging looks very authentic.
It does. It looks awesome.
And I like this color of blue.
Yep.
Kind of that darker blue.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell it's blue without it being a primary color blue.
Yeah.
The only part I don't like about this is, like, I look at the leg and there's a lot of great muscle, but there's no like texturing. So like I feel like there's a lot of like texturing with the cape, but then the suit itself doesn't look very finished to me.
Maybe they're trying to replicate the cover. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
That cover doesn't have texturing. So
you're exactly right. I think you're exactly right. And I think, I mean, quite honestly, I think this looks way better than the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But I mean, again, this is what really sells it. It's not a scale I collect, but I like this one way better than I thought I would.
Yep. Me too.
I like how they've got it angled so it'll work.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering how they were going to do that particular piece of artwork. Because where it would be one that would it would have to be in a particular place to see it.
Right.
Yep.
But because they've angled the building and the bottom of the base, he's angled right straight on.
I really like this right here. Do you see how the cape is hugging his arm?
Yeah.
It's really impressive right there.
Yeah, I like the straight front on view a lot myself.
Yeah.
Go back to that real quick. Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks great. Really well, really good job from XM. I really appreciate this one.
Yep.
So this was kind of breaking news tonight. Iron Studios posted that they're going to be doing a Joker movie, 1/3 scale piece. I have no idea what scene or what pose, but stay tuned for that one. Did you guys see that tonight?
There were a little flashes on the Facebook post that it was a animated clip where you got it looked like pictures of the piece. So
really?
Complete. If you go to the Iron Studios Facebook.
Well, after the show, everybody go check it out. That's awesome. Iron Studios also, they announced that they're going to have a little bit easier for worldwide collectors to get their items. So I thought that was pretty nice if you're from one of those countries.
Yeah.
Make it a little easier for you to get your Iron Studios products. This is a photo from a collector of Ivy. I put this one in here because the regular is shipping right now from Sideshow. My exclusive has not shipped or even got a notification yet. We were talking about this privately in the group. That I feel like she does not photograph very well. I am still very excited to get her, but it does make me a little nervous just because some of the photos aren't that great, but I do want to see her in hand. And Mac, you're getting this one too, right?
It's on the docket.
Hey, Chris, can I contribute to your nervousness?
Yeah.
So after we exchanged, comments in a private group earlier, actually went back and looked at some con pictures of her, show floor pictures of the statue of the prototype.
Mm-hmm.
That one photographed extremely well.
Darn you, Dan.
So I just throw it out there.
We have 196. We have 196 in the chat.
What'd you say?
196.
Oh, 196. We're so close.
Oh my God.
200. We'll get to a statue. Let's do it. All right, I got to move on from Dan's comment. I threw this photo in here because this is from collector Jason Stowell. He's who I traded my Bane with, my Arkham Bane. He's down in Texas, and this is his new crib here. So anxious to see how this all comes together.
Yeah, he's got plenty of space.
Yeah, lots of space.
There.
It feels like it's gonna be kind of similar to my look, which I love that open shelf look. Here's that photo of Colin Farrell, in case people hadn't seen it.
Yeah, that's
pretty
crazy.
amazing makeup there.
Crazy.
This was announced from Infinity Studios this week. They're going to be doing a Mara life-size bust, which I was kind of surprised with all the controversy with her right now.
Yeah.
That they would go ahead and do a likeness of her. Obviously, I think she'll sell very, very well.
They'll make it. They'll come out. It won't look anything like her.
We'll find out real quick.
Wouldn't that be funny? It came out just looking something completely different.
198.
198.
Oh, 198. We're so close. A couple photos I put in here of Bane from Prime 1 Studio. I just think this thing is looking more and more incredible. This is how you photograph a statue.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Looks like a real photo of the actor. This was from... What'd you say?
There was a comment in the group that she poops in the bed.
I bet.
199.
Oh, 199. Here we go. Get us to 200, folks. This is Cable from Iron Studios, 110 scale from some collectors. I think this one turned out pretty great.
Cool.
For the 110 scale collectors out there. Aren't you guys amazed by how quickly they get these out?
They pump these out. I've thought that same thing too, Chris. Like, what kind of factory relationship, I wonder? They must have huge volume commitments or something on those 110 scales, because they just won.
You got 202 now.
202.
202. We went over 200?
Yeah.
Fruit statue.
All right. Congratulations. We're going to give away a statue on the next show. That's so awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you, guys. I think it was Jeff earlier said something about the likeness of Cheetah here. What do you guys think of this from Iron Studios?
She looks scary, which is good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, she looks like the Thing of Nightmares. Holy cow! Imagine that coming. Yeah.
So I don't know anything about Cheetah.
I don't know.
Jeff, this is pretty accurate from the comics, you said?
Oh no, this would be definitely a movie version of a comic character. She didn't really look like this, but I think this works great for the movie.
Yeah.
I do too.
It definitely did not look like, I heard comments of where people were worried it was going to look like the Cats movie.
Oh, right.
It definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
This is scary.
Yep.
Definitely scary, which is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think she looks good. 110 scale. Wonder Woman looks good too.
Yep.
She always does.
Through this photo, this is a photo of Darkseid from the Justice League. What do you guys think of the look of him?
I think it looks good. I'm sure it's pretty early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling that will upgrade.
Yeah, I think
the other guy looked better. The villain from
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf looked way better in this trailer than he did in the finished movie. He's looked
so much more like
unfinished.
Yeah, he looks so much bulkier and better. I agree.
That armor looked great. The way it was, whatever it was doing, it reminded me of the Iron Man suit from Iron Man 2, the silver one that with all the little pieces came over.
Yep.
Like in a wave.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, I just want to tell everybody, stick around because I will show you here at the end. I'll show you what statue I'm going to give away, okay?
Hey, Chris, on that note, I'm afraid I'm going to have to bail. But it was great being with all you guys tonight, chatting it up.
Absolutely. Good luck tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man.
See you.
Absolutely.
Bye, Dan.
Talk to you tomorrow, Dan. Bye-bye. Let's see. We've got Doomsday here again from Iron Studios. Again, they're just pumping these things out. This was just shown at the Sideshow Con.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
This one's a big piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice footprint. I mean, he was a little bit more expensive,
Mhm.
but I just can't believe how quickly they pump these things out. I threw a picture of Margot Robbie from Suicide Squad. Hello, we finally get an actual Harley look. I love this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You asked earlier what we're looking forward to more, the JLA or Batman. This could be the sleeper. It's a big Suicide Squad. There's a lot of characters introduced. But in James Gunn, I trust. I think this could be a really entertaining movie. I hope.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too.
I mean, look what he did to the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
That came from obscurity to pop culture phenomenon.
Yeah.
In James Gunn, we trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were very, very smart to snap him up when Disney fired him briefly.
Yep. They were very smart. This went up for pre-order today for the Hot Toy collectors. At Sideshow, I know there's been a lot of buzz about her.
Yeah. Very, very wanted character.
Yeah. We need a
Cool.
She looks great. Good head
She does
sculpt.
pretty good.
Yeah. So
That's cool.
congratulations to the collectors that are picking her up. Iron Studios Iron Spider came out for pre-order. I think this one's pretty fun if you're collecting this line.
Those are fun looking.
Yeah.
They are. They're just something
They're
great look
under
on.
$50 or $50, and they look to be fairly good size.
Yeah, they're pretty good size, and they're really, I mean, really affordable. I think. You know, you look at some of the other, the other companies that do similar ones, and they're like $200 or $300.
You know, the Queen Studios little, bobblehead looking things are expensive.
They're awesome, but they're expensive. I don't understand why.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool little
But
piece.
you can still achieve something like this. This was the first photos I've seen of this guy. I think it's Batman Incorporated, right? From Prime One Studio. But I think he turned out pretty great. What do you guys think of how this one looks?
Yeah, I think he turned out pretty good.
Looks like it turned out like the photos.
Yeah, just like the prototype.
I would like to see it in comparison to another piece to see.
Yeah.
I found a photo, but then I saw a photo of him next to some premium formats, and he's slightly smaller, but he's still a pretty good size footprint. But I couldn't find it when I went to go save it. So it's out there somewhere, but I was like, he's actually a lot bigger than I was expecting him to be.
Officially 1/5, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's what it said.
But you're getting Prime One quality at a much smaller scale and a better price point. So what's not to like there, I think. So I threw these up. Pardon me. I threw these up just because I did finally cave. Thank you to Jeff Morris for sending the link to me. I bought the 12 Three Jokers covers, or the 15 covers. But then somebody posted these today. I thought it was really funny. You have the Winnie the Pooh and then the different Tigger covers.
You said how many? You bought all the covers?
I bought all 15. Yeah.
Oh wow!
I don't think that'll ship until November or something.
Probably. I also forgot that I had ordered six months ago. I had ordered the main cover with the crowbar, the CGC 9.8. So I have that one coming as well. I'm debating whether to either frame all of the Joker covers and put them on my wall, or get all of them CGC'd. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't really want to spend that much money on the CGC.
If you were going to do it, if you were going to do it, I would do the 1 in 25 and the 1 in 100 cover. It's probably, and maybe the first one. So I'd just do.
Yeah, I might do that, or I might just the one, like I said, the one I have coming that's with the crowbar. I might have that in the middle, and then just all the other ones framed around it.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I'm excited to get all these in. But anyway, I just thought these were fun.
You know, it'd be really cool to have them all in one big frame.
Oh, that could be cool too, man. That'd be a big frame.
It would be.
That would be really cool, though.
It would be neat. I threw these in here. I think these are XM, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what those are.
I think they're XM. I think Ang Sang posted these, but I thought Transformers fans might like to see them. Another new statue from Iron Studios this week, Wonder Woman and Little Wonder Woman.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I like the portrait on her. I mean, it's not necessarily 100% Gal Gadot to me, but for the scale, I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think they come pretty close to be that small.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's all of them. There wasn't not a lot new right now. Yeah, God, 200 watching that is so awesome, guys. That is so very cool of you guys.
I saw 204.
204 that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I did promise I would show you what I'm going to give away.
Let's see it.
I just got this. This is from collector Joe Latore II. He does not do social media, but he did write a letter. You're actually going to see this in my new unboxing video that's coming out soon. But he wrote a big, nice, long letter about how much he loves the channel and how much he loves this community. He's not part of social media, but he really wanted to give back. And so he sent a whole bunch of things, including some hardcovers and some things that he really wants me to give away on the channel. So we're going to do that. And the statue that he sent, and this is what we're going to give away, is right here.
Oh, that's cool. I like that one.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, that's cool. I always like that one.
So this is the Dark Knight's Metal DC Collectibles. It's a big box. I'm amazed by how big this is.
That's a good size statue.
Let me show you what the statue looks like. Right there. So I'm going to give that away.
Awesome.
So I want to thank Joe for that. And I want to thank everybody that is here in the chat. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. I just want to say, let's see some comments here. What is this letter writing you speak of? Yeah, actually handwritten note. It was awesome.
Who does that anymore?
I know. I love it.
Was it in cursive?
No, it was actually not, but it was just a very awesome letter. Really awesome.
Still
so, a lot of people are saying, what's a letter written in cursive? It's just awesome. Awesome. Well, what a show. What a show it's been. So much to talk about. We could probably go on. I was going to joke at the very beginning that I was going to say this is hour 1 of 7 because I know we could probably go on and on and on forever about the topic of DC fandom, but I'm just going to leave it at it was just an incredible event. And I'm so thankful for it because I feel like, you know, the world's not a happier place right now. And so anything that'll take our minds away from the real world and give us like things to look forward to, I think that is so crucial right now. And, you know, I think channels like Jeff at Secret Sanctuary and Matt Collections and all the other YouTube collector channels, because I feel like they're all providing really great entertainment to kind of take us away from the real world, which is what hopefully our collectibles do. But I'm just so impressed with DC fandom. I'm really excited about the next event in October or September. October will be Sideshow. Their New York Comic-Con show. And I'm really excited. I'm hoping that they do something similar and learn from that event, because obviously I like I said at the beginning, I haven't seen very many people trash DC fandom at all. Like, I feel like it's been very positive overall.
Yep.
But anyway, I'm just very excited about all of it, and it really got me kind of fired up again, for all this stuff coming up. Where everything kind of seemed kind of flat there for a few months. Not a lot of reveals. I was really kind of hoping that Prime 1 would reveal something, but we didn't hear from them, which I was kind of sad about. Obviously, XM did their Shugo and Joker Orochi pre-orders. So anyway, hopefully we'll see some new stuff in the next couple months. I'm sure we will. Anything you guys are hoping for in the next few months of reveals?
I want to see what variants we're going to see from Sideshow for Spooktacular. That's always really exciting.
It's always Jeff's favorite. That's awesome. I would love to see that as well. And I think your prediction was a Flash, right?
Reverse Flash.
Yeah, Reverse Flash. Yeah.
I think it's a possibility, especially now that the regular Flash is sold out. They often do variants once something has sold out.
Yeah,
so,
that's a great statue.
Yeah, it really
I got mine in. I think it was some of the last in stock.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was less than a week, it went to wait list. So,
yeah, Sideshow premium formats, man, they are selling quite well these days.
Yeah,
the DC ones have been moving.
Yeah.
So why do you think that is? Why do you think all of a sudden these statues that usually sit there for a while are being snapped up by people?
I think they underestimated the interest. The edition sizes have been pretty small, like 500 exclusive, 1,000 regular.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot for these characters.
No, not when you look at how many they do of Marvel.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 6,000 Gambit total.
Yeah.
Which is a great statue, and it'll be a lot of people that buy one character will buy that. But
yeah, I think that the uncertainty too, with like just shipping costs, with with other companies that are overseas and everything, Sideshow offers a good value because their shipping's not that much. So there may have been pieces that people may have wanted and kind of put off because they were holding on getting something like a Prime 1 statue directly from Prime 1. The shipping's like insane on it. So when you take that into effect,
I want to add to that too, that quality has been consistent.
Yeah.
For well over a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every premium format that's coming out, people are positive about. There hasn't been breakages. There hasn't been quality control issues. There hasn't been awful seam lines. There hasn't been those things.
Yeah.
You take that consistency and you add, okay, well, some of these new maquettes.
I don't know if that's me or not.
I don't know. I like that little magical tune. That was nice.
I felt like I was on like a Mario game.
I was so happy all of a sudden. Like,
I liked it.
It might be something with my son's video game. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Archangel says every time Max speaks, everything slows down.
I think Max makes a really good point, though. I think the better shipping cost and the easier, better customer service with Sideshow is gaining them a lot of attention right now.
Yeah.
But one other thing I wanted to point out is the last couple of releases of the maquettes. Have you guys noticed a price decrease?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you add all of that factor together, which is a lot of these other companies are having trouble with just, the prices keep going up and the shipping keeps going, insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insane. Like, I just got Zod in the other day, and the shipping on it was absolutely like stupid to me. So,
yeah,
stupid.
And that's why I've canceled some things. I've canceled because shipping is just stupid. But Sideshow has consistently, within the last year or so, quality, prices are better. And I think because of that, people are trusting and they're buying.
Yep.
And now I think we're almost going to get back into that, should you pre-order day one phase, like what used to be. Because back back then the numbers were low, the costs were a lot lower, and that was the thing. And then as prices increased, everybody's like, I'll just wait till it's out, wait till I see. But now people are like, well, crap, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah. And you've got people that are even looking into Sideshow's back catalog. I mean, you picked up Poison Ivy, and then Dan picked up Poison Ivy, and who knows how many people picked up Poison Ivy off the reviews. And I'm sure that's happening with other pieces too.
Yeah, I expect her to go sold out or wait list soon because she's been around for a good little while.
Yeah, and the collectors are
underestimated.
You brought up. I just think YouTubers in general, YouTubers doing reviews have really caused a lot of these things to really go quickly. And I don't want to toot our own horns here, but I do feel like we have had a big influence on people buying.
Yep, no doubt about it.
And people tell me that all the time. I mean, whether it's private message or in the comments, they're like, I bought that because of what I saw from Mac or what I saw from Jeff or what I saw from Chris.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think a lot of people are waiting to see that first actual video clip of good quality and be like, oh yeah, that looks really good. So now I want it.
Much better than the quintessential first photo that's got the awful flash that everybody always takes every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, I says, let me see real quick. Oh, Ryan wants to know the shipping cost on Zod was like $500. So
whoa.
Yeah,
you paid it?
Yeah, I paid it. I paid it. It was actually kind of like a mistake because I was contemplating putting it off and putting it so that way it was just gonna. They had the option where you could push it off and they would wait till the shipping costs got lower, but I forgot to do it in time, and then it just hit my card and it was too late because they were like, after it's charged, you can't do anything about it. So, yeah, damn. So that's how that happened. And also, let me see here real quick.
I just gotta say, Archangel says, I only buy pieces Chris buys. My room looks identical to his.
There you go.
Yeah. Levi wants to know if I separate all my DC. Yeah, all the DC stuff is towards the back and the Marvel stuff is up front. So yeah, everything is separated. And I have some Street Fighter stuff back here if you can see it. But
so that kind of goes back, Mac, to somebody posted earlier. They said, when are we going to get that room tour, Mac?
Yeah, I know.
People would know what's in your collection if you did a room tour. You see,
I have a room tour. I have two of them, actually. They're, but I'm working on the third one. This is the third that I need to get. I just have to get some things in order, and everything has to be right for me. I don't like to just put stuff out there. So,
I of course kid you, but like whenever I ask. Some people reach out to me and say, hey, Chris, I would like to be a featured collector, or or I reach out to them and say, hey, your collection's amazing. Would you want to be a featured collector? And I'm amazed by how many times I say, or somebody responds back, I so want to, but I have to get this piece in first, or I've got to get these 5 or 6 pieces in first. And I tell them all the time, I'm like, this is a snapshot of where you're at now, because all of our collections are constantly evolving. If we waited till we were done, it'd be 7 years from now, Yeah. I always give, I give you a hard time just because I want to feature your collection because it's so amazing. But
you will definitely have the chance. I am getting that together here soon. It's just for me, like the video, the processes, and all that stuff. I know that you do it. Like Chris, you upload a lot of videos, and I know how much time it takes. And like with me and editing and stuff, it's. I was just sitting there thinking the other day. For me, it's kind of like a second job. It takes me hours to edit and kind of shoot videos to the quality that I like them to be. So everybody that watches the channel, Chris's channel, everybody else, we appreciate you guys watching the videos and supporting us. I know Jeff, he does the same thing. Jeff, I just see that you have that. That's that new. Did you do a review on that Batman that you have?
Yeah. The Dark Knight Muddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to check that out.
Dual reviews. He's got the clean version. And I have the Muddy.
Yeah. So
it's a really good piece.
Yeah, I like it. I actually thought about picking it up. I just literally have nowhere to put it. So
yeah, it's awesome. It's a great piece.
It very much so is, and I do want to I want to highlight Dark Ranger 7 here. It says Mac is still working on the music for those tours. You know the beats have to be extra good.
yeah, I got Zod's beat. It's queued up. I think everybody's gonna love it. So it's pretty cool. So
did you receive Zod already?
Say that again.
Did you receive Zod?
Yeah, he's actually right here. I just haven't showed.
And is he awesome?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. The statue's great, man. So here, I'll give you a little quick snippet.
Let's see
it here.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool.
He's so cool.
So, yeah, very cool.
Can't wait to watch it.
Yep.
Yeah.
How is the cape? It looked.
The cape's
pretty good.
The cape is good. That's just because I have it. So I have to say that I think I am somewhat good at molding molding the capes to the form of the statue itself. But it's kind of a pain. It's not fun. I kind of wish that it had a sculpted cape, but it's not really. You can't really. It doesn't. I don't. This statue would not work with a sculpted cape because you actually have to key in the cape into like these shoulder protectors here. So like it doesn't work. So, but it would be cool. But the actual statue like itself, like without the cape, I think is probably one of the best ways to pose it. The back of the statue, the detail and everything just throughout it is really, really awesome. So
great. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's so awesome. I can't wait to watch that one. That's such an epic piece. It's a rare piece too. I mean, you're not going to see another Zod.
No, I got 9 out of 250. So
wow,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Sean Breeze says, Chris, did you ever receive my collection video? Yes, I did get it, Sean. It's on my editing docket. I've got about 20 videos that I'm still trying to edit through. So, I got to slow down. You talked to Mac about just the time it takes. It takes so much time.
Yeah, it takes so much time to really kind of put out like, quality content. And, I give it up to the guys like, Chris and X and Jim that do it like daily. It's so much work. It is so much work, so, but if you really enjoy doing it, then it's not really that big of a deal. But if you're a perfectionist, you got to have stuff right. So, but.
Well, my issue is that I came out with that video, said I'm going to kind of go every other day.
Yeah.
So I'm back to work. Well, then I have this big backlog, and then it gets like old. Like the stuff that I like, it's like, well, that needs to come out now, or else if I wait another week, it's going to be old news. Like no one's going to want to watch it. Yeah. So I'm kind of like torn. So I've been kind of doing daily, and then kind of every other day, and then daily again, and So, and I want to give a shout out again to Half Fast Reviews, and definitely check out his channel. Definitely check out Mac Collections if you haven't done so, and also Secret Sanctuary, of course. Please check out, subscribe. Also, if you would do me the favor of hitting that like button, that does help people find this content. So thank you very much. And again, over 200 strong tonight. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for tuning in and watching us grown men talk about painted statues and movie trailers. So it was just a lot of fun tonight. And it's just,
I'd be super excited about it.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. It is a great time to be a collector. And a great time to be a DC fan. So anything else you guys want to say before we head out?
Let's keep everybody in the path of those hurricanes in our thoughts and prayers, because damn, that looks like it's going to be really bad. Everybody's safe.
Yeah, prayers. It's definitely 2020. Have a hurricane? Why not? But please stay safe. I know a lot of people have been evacuated down the Texas area, Louisiana. So be careful, and our prayers are with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Stay safe, guys.
We have an asteroid scheduled for November, so everybody.
Of course, the day before elections, right?
Yeah.
All I have to say is it's getting very cold in the sanctuary.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
I know what that means.
I know what that means.
Tomorrow should be the day.
That means you're going to get your review out before me. Shipping it tomorrow.
Yeah, it should arrive tomorrow.
That's awesome. I'll probably get mine next week. But yeah, freeze. Everybody chill for a while. It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
That already is waitlisted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
that
crazy.
Picture on, is it the Bane? The Bane pictures that have Freeze and Bane and Scarecrow all together.
Yep.
Looks good.
Looks
I
very
think
good.
we'll see a new Joker coming soon.
Yeah, that Freeze is
'Cause
awesome.
I don't think the pogo stick is going to work with that.
Yeah, I think definitely you're going to get a Joker from Daniel Bell. That would be amazing.
Oh my gosh.
One to fit that style.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be the one, because I've not been a fan of either of the two they've done.
Maybe this will be it for you. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Especially if he looks as realistic as those have looked, and actual menacing. I don't know. It just, like the Bane. Everybody else loves that Bane, but I was just not a big fan. So I like this one a lot better.
That's funny.
It's time to chill in the secret sanctuary. On that note, we're going to leave it. So definitely check out his review. It's coming up. And then, of course, as soon as you're done watching his, come back and watch mine, because I know you're going to enjoy that one as well. Support the YouTubers out there. And again, thank you guys so very much for watching tonight. You guys are amazing. We'll give that statue away soon. Thank you for letting us get to over 200. You're amazing. And we'll see you next time in the Batcave. Bye, everybody.
See you guys.
See you guys later.